Let me go back to one question I didn't answer, and that's the technology piece, because it's and this is very specifically to the drone issue right now. I just think we have to be very balanced in our approach here. We are now entering a period of very tight budgets throughout the country, and certainly in defense. And there is a proclivity when we get into this environment is to sort of push it all to the new whiz-bang, particularly when the new whiz-bang can be much less expensive than some of the more conventional stuff. And I just approach this, my approach is different. I think in the uncertainty in the world that we're living in and the unpredictability that's out there, we're going to need to continue forward in a balanced way. Certainly drones and that technology have changed so many ways in which we fight, and will for the future as well. But there's going to come a time when our enemies have drones, and they will be very capable. So I think we need to, again, maybe step back a little bit and say, what do we really want to use this technology for? What happens when it gets into the hands of the bad guys? Because it's unbelievably both accurate and lethal, and it will become more so. And I've been at the table for the decisions, if you will, in terms of the terrorists who've been taken out, and I've supported that. But I think, and then I would argue, drones being one issue, or ask to back up a little bit after 10 or 11 years of war, that we as a country kind of need to step back, if we can, and say, what has happened to us? We've been through a lot in 11 plus years of war. And it has to do with Gitmo and torture and Abu Ghraib and drones. And despite the polls, or despite the strong views about it, I love this country, and we are a product of the American people who elect the people to make these decisions. And you can disagree or agree with a decision, but that's the country we are. So having and I'm starting to see this specifically about drones, but having a lively debate about, have we changed? Are our values still the same? We have to remain a principled, value-based country. So one of the awards a minute ago was for fighting corruption. As a country, we've always known we've dealt with pretty putrid individuals from a corruption standpoint. I'm not sure we can do that anymore. Honestly, I'm not sure that we can deal with some leaders that we absolutely know are corrupt to the bone, and then hold ourselves to who we are in the world that we're living. There's always been corruption. I'm not one that believes we can eliminate it. We shouldn't do that. But we ought to be pretty thoughtful about how we're going to deal with certain levels of corruption in certain people that we have precise knowledge about, because in dealing with them, in a way, we're sending messages to people they control that we're part of the problem, and they would look at it. And these are the same people we're trying to help, and they get confused with the message.